teachers. A very good morning to one and all. I'm sure that the sessions have been informative. Please give us a feedback regarding all the sessions that you've attended. And for the information of the participants, besides the session, we also have a session in the evening starting at 5. शाम को 5 बजे भी हमारे एक सेशन होता है जहां इंटरनेशनल स्पीकर्स आते हैं एंड ये सेशन सिर्फ पी टीचर्स के लिए रखा गया था जिससे कि आपको एक इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर मिले। अभी ये पता नहीं आप में से कितने लोगों को इसकी जानकारी है, क्योंकि इसकी आप सुजीत से बताएंगे कि आपको कैसे लिंक करके एंटर करना है। हमें वर्ल्ड के ऑलमोस्ट 12 कंट्रीज से एक्सपर्ट्स आके अपनी नॉलेज शेयर करते हैं, तो आप उसका जरूर फायदा उठाइएगा बिकॉज दैट्स ओनली अपॉर्चुनिटी। बट हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि आप लोगों को कैसे हम वर्ल्ड लेवल में क्या क्या है उसके बारे में आपको और ज्यादा जानकारी दें। So I think Sujit, you can just tell the link once again so that we have more participants in the evening onwards. हर शाम को अभी 5 से 6 बजे तक हमारी इंटरनेशनल स्पीकर्स आते हैं, तो आप लोग प्लीज ज्वाइन करिएगा। Thank you.
Ma'am, I think so at the end we'll share the link also.
Fine.
So the link is schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in, schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in/tot.aspx. So that is the same link for everything. It's the same link through which you actually come for batch 1, 2, and 3. So just follow the same link. Click there and you can.
Can you speak in Hindi too? I think they can't hear this. Can you speak in Hindi?
तो उसका जो लिंक है वो है schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in/tot.aspx। जो आप जिस लिंक के थ्रू आप बैच 1, 2, 3 में ज्वाइन करते हैं, बैच 1 में ज्वाइन किए, उसी लिंक के थ्रू ही आप यहाँ आ सकते हैं। तो आप उसी वेबसाइट में जाइए और वहाँ पे क्लिक कर लीजिए, जो शाम का जो प्रोग्राम है उसमें आप आ सकते हैं।
Thank you, Sujit.
Saroj ma'am, we have to switch on the video.
Saroj ma'am, are you having join ma'am?
Yeah. So
your video please ma'am.
Ma'am, switch on the video.
Yeah. Good morning. Namaste.
Good morning. Namaskar.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah. I am too happy to meet you all. Particularly, we were talking on phone, but today at least we will have a direct interaction.
Yes.
Yeah. So the medium will be both blended, Hindi and English?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because in that you have wrote that you have to have session in English only and then only in Hindi.
No, ma'am, Hindi and English you can speak because we have from Madhya Pradesh and from Mumbai. So you could be bilingual in both the languages.
Okay, no problem.
So, ma'am, can I just give a brief introduction?
Yeah.
Most respected Professor Saroj Yadav, ma'am, Dean, Academic NCERT. Professor Saroj Yadav has more than 32 years experience of working in the area of school education and teacher education by undertaking activities relating to research, development, training, monitoring, and extension, especially in the implementation of National Population Education Project and Dawson's education program, health and physical education, including yoga. The specific experiences gained during this period are working as Dean, academic, and guiding the faculty in planning, organizing, and monitoring of programs and activities since 2011. Conducted a comprehensive evaluation study of NCERT textbooks in social sciences and languages by adopting rational and empirical approaches as a follow-up of National Curriculum Framework for School Education. Conducted research and evaluation studies in the areas of population education, adolescence education, including HIV and AIDS. Evaluated syllabi and textbooks of NCERT and states from the point of view of population education and adolescence education.
I think that is enough, Usha ji. That is enough.
Just 1 minute. 10 years of experience in the implementation of adolescence education program being implemented by states of union territories, national agencies, CBSE, NIOS, KBS, NYS, COPSC. Madam was the member of the Task Force India South Asia Cooperation, partner in population development, committees of NCERT, international training and foreign, London, UNESCO headquarters, Paris, France, UNFPA, Netherlands, Kathmandu, Ethiopia, China, Vietnam, organized many seminars, conferences, chapters, contributed in many books. Madam, I think the resume is so so big and you're such an important for them. I'm so impressed by you because you're doing a great service and job in terms of education, and especially when you talk of the population adolescents. I'm sure your session would be so contributive, and we all would be learning from you. So on behalf of the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Khelo India, Sports Authority of India, Lakshibai National College of Physical Education, and our principal, a warm welcome to our most dignified speaker, Professor Saroj ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am. I
Thank you
welcome
so much.
Sujit to this function. I welcome
Thank you.
all the participants to this function. Ma'am, for your session, please.
Thank you so much. I think first and foremost, I must be privileged today that you gave me the opportunity to interact, to discuss with so many participants. And I'm really thankful to the sports ministry, to LNIP, you can say Trivandrum, particularly Dr. Usha and Mr. Sujit Panigrahi, because you are working so hard, irrespective of the fact that there's a COVID-19, that everybody is in lockdown, but still you are not being defeated by this lockdown. You thought something new, that at least you have to reach to the large number of particular physical education teachers.
Thank you.
So this physical education is also very close to me because I worked in this area, and most of the time it has been neglected area. I think when we interacted, Mr. Sujit interacted, that time also there is a lot of things we discussed, how to make this area as important as the other areas of the school education. And particularly these days when people are in lockdown, the students, the children are in lockdown, and in COVID-19, your immunity is much better than your knowledge about science and social sciences, or you can say any of other things. If you are healthy, agar jaan hai to jahan hai. So if you are healthy, your immune system is okay, and that the health and physical education can contribute to the future children of the country. And therefore, I really congratulate you all to initiate, irrespective of all the hurdle, all the problems of not interacting, because this is an area where we have to have more experiential learning, more participatory learning, not just knowledge. We all have knowledge. We all say that one should do exercises, one should do yoga, but knowing is not enough. Even in that situation, you thought about it. So I really congratulate you. So now I'll start what is basically the NCERT as a whole. We are thinking about the national curriculum framework as well as the health and physical education areas. So आज हम बात करेंगे विशेषकर की जो health and physical education है, जो शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य है, और जो आपकी फिजिकल एजुकेशन है, उसमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं और हमें क्या करना चाहिए, because everybody has a share to contribute in that area. So that is more important. Though I am working in as a dean academic in NCERT and working in different areas of school education, but still, since in NCERT this area is also not been given that much importance as it has been should have been given to other you can say given to the other areas. So there is a need, and I hope in the new national policy in education, because that has emphasized more, and the situation at present will definitely boost and give, you can say, encouragement to adopt this area. So today we'll discuss how to integrate fitness in the existing school curriculum. That is our most important thing. First and foremost, we have to understand what are our curricular expectations. The moment when we say curricular, that doesn't confine only to the textbooks. Most of the teachers think that whatever is given in the textbooks, जो हमें किताबों में दिया गया है, वही हमारी responsibility है. No, that is not our responsibility. So curricular means all in school, out of school, in the community, whatever we are doing, that itself contribute to the curricular expectations. If any one of you have read about the present national curriculum framework, that framework identified certain guiding principles. And those principles, for example, they are saying that earlier we were thinking that child is coming as a clean slate and we have to write. As a teacher, we have to write. No, the child is coming to the school with so much of rich experience from the family, from the community. So basically we have to connect that experience to the school experience. So it's a combination of the two that we have to build on that. Secondly, we were thinking that only textbook is the only source of information. So people used to say there's no textbook in health and physical education, so how can we do it? So the second principle was that we have to go beyond textbooks. So we have to see in the community, we have to see what resources are available, what other, now this internet is giving us too much of, you can say, resource. There are people who have written textbooks, but those should be authentic textbooks. So that is the second principle. The third principle is that evaluation should be flexible. Not that 3 hours test you have taken and you said this child is fail and this child is pass. So even in physical education, you are taking a test, how much you have run, or that day the child might not be the mood to run, or the child's mood is not good, so the mood is off, he is not willing. So basically it is not that one-time test. It should be continuous and comprehensive assessment. So flexibility is very, very important in that. And then we have to, you can say, respect our constitutional values. So this curricular expectation from this area is that first and foremost is healthy living responsibility. यानी हम किस तरीके से एक तरह से स्वस्थ रह सकते हैं, और ये this is our responsibility. So we have to know and accept individual, collective responsibility for healthy living at home, school, and in the community. So that is our first expectation, that after going through this area or involving ourselves and the children in this area, we have to develop them the knowledge that how to live healthy, because knowledge is also very important. If we do not know how to keep ourselves healthy and clean, then we cannot keep ourselves clean and healthy. So first is knowledge, and then accept it is our responsibility as an individual, and it is also the collective responsibility of the community, so that the home is clean. Sometimes we used to keep home clean, but the street is not clean. So keeping the home, the school, and the whole society, whole community. So community living is also one of the responsibility. Secondly, we have to have yoga. So we are not focusing as per our present curriculum framework that yoga should be an integral part of class 1 to 5. No, but informal way we can introduce yoga. Informal way means that we can introduce certain micro yogic activities, जिनको हम सूक्ष्म व्यायाम कहते हैं, कि जैसे आपका नेक रोटेशन है, आपका शोल्डर रोटेशन है, आपका नी मूवमेंट है, ये सारे जो हमारे मूवमेंट्स हैं जो आप एक्सरसाइजेस में भी करते हैं, तो उनको हम योगा में इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं एट द प्राइमरी लेवल, प्राथमिक स्तर पर कर सकते हैं. बट इन फॉर्मल इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ योगा विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम क्लास 6 ऑनवर्ड्स. योगा क्यों करें? क्योंकि योगा करने से हमारा कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ता है, पीस ऑफ माइंड बढ़ता है, बिकॉज योगा का मतलब है यूनियन ऑफ माइंड, बॉडी एंड सोल, यानी आत्मा का, शरीर का, और एक तरह से हमारा मस्तिष्क का मिलन है, जोड़ है. तो इसलिए हमें पीस मिलती है, अपने ऊपर सेल्फ कंट्रोल. आजकल बच्चों में बहुत अधिक है कि बहुत जल्दी वो पीयर प्रेशर में आ जाते हैं. So how to develop that self control is also one of the area. Relaxation, जब हम बहुत थके हुए होते हैं, बहुत उसमें होते हैं, तो हमें रिलैक्सेशन भी मिलता है योगा से, और इससे हम बहुत से इल इफेक्ट ऑफ स्ट्रेस, जो हम स्ट्रेस में आ जाते हैं, स्ट्रेन में आ जाते हैं, फटीग में, जो हमारे डे टू डे लाइफ की फटीग है, so that we can avoid or we can control over it. फिर है बी अवेयर, सेफ प्रैक्टिसेस. सेफ प्रैक्टिसेस का मतलब है कि सेफ प्रैक्टिसेस टू अवॉइड एक्सीडेंट्स. सेफ प्रैक्टिसेस इन स्कूल, प्लेग्राउंड. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू द प्लेग्राउंड शुड बी सेफ. देयर शुड बी नो थ्रोन, नो स्टोन, यानी कोई प्लेग्राउंड में कांटे भी ना हो, कोई पत्थर ना हो, कोई नुकीली चीजें ना हो. तो स्कूल का प्लेग्राउंड सेफ होना चाहिए. स्कूल शुड बी सेफ, पर्टिकुलरली द टॉयलेट्स. टॉयलेट शुड बी सेफ एंड क्लीन, क्योंकि आपने देखा होगा कुछ एक्सीडेंट टॉयलेट में हुआ है. So we have to take care, those things should be safe and secure. Road accidents, children are dying more on road accident, people are dying more on road accident than because of the illness. So road accident में भी बच्चों को knowledge देना, how to cross the road, and that too by experiential learning. यानी any time, even this today we are all in lockdown, but when the school will open, definitely maybe through you can say mock, or maybe through real experiences, how to cross the road. So all these things, hazards. Then sexual harassment is also occurring in the school system, good touch, bad touch, abuses. So safety from all aspects is also the expectation of this area. Physical fitness is very important, and rather physical fitness means that you have to improve the whole body system functioning. That should, so that we must have fit. Physically we are fit. If we are physically fit, we are expecting that mentally and emotionally we also be fit. So that is also one of the important area. There are different dimensions of fitness, and we have to, particularly at the lower level, the fundamental movements through. Then we have to develop agility, balance, coordination, speed, strength among our children, so that they should not be afraid of, most of the people, the children are becoming stressed because they do not have that type of self control. So therefore we have to develop fitness among children through this area. Then lifestyle development and developing of good habits, particularly this physical education have to help us to develop our personality. The child, if is not good posture, the child, even if is smart and is very beautiful one, but the posture is not good, then that child will also not look very good. So lifestyle, how to walk, how to talk, how to, you can say, sleep, how to run, how to sit. So all those basic movements we have to keep into consideration to avoid postural defects and physical deformities. So even if we are able to detect at the earlier, then definitely we will have uh, you can say lifestyle. Excellence in sports. These days we are also focusing on striving balance, and balance in life, but at the same time an excellence also in games and sports. Most people used to say that India is a country of 1.121 crore people are living in our country. We are billion. So even in 1 billion, more than 1 billion population, we are not able to have many of the awards or many of the, you can say, in the Olympic on most of the games. And you must be knowing that there are even special schools on sports. Even then, we have not been able to achieve that. So this is also the curricular expectations. And if you have gone through the present national curriculum framework, they are saying that we have to fulfill the basic needs of the children. We have to involve all children in games and sports and physical exercises. And we have not to create stress and strain. But those who have the talent, those who have the aptitude, those students must be provided opportunities to show their talent. So one of the expectations from us means those who are working in this area to have excellence in sports, excellence in games, excellence in you can say various activities. And then yoga we have already discussed. Inclusion is also very important. Though we are saying we want to excel in sports, but there is no Paralympics are also there. So we have to compete with those who are already in that area. So inclusion, and therefore they are saying all children matters. All children with about their capability, ability. यानी जो भी उनकी ability है, जो भी उनकी needs हैं, जो भी उनका strength है, accordingly we have to involve them in games and sports and various activities of that field. Social and moral values are also important, and this curricular area is helping us to develop social values, because we have to work in teams, so cooperation is there, we have to tolerate each others, we have to have empathy with others, we have to have good relationship. So that develop those social values. And moral values, definitely honesty in relationship, empathy, and there is a ethics in sports. So we have to develop all these moral values, that we have to take care of others also. So social development of social values, development of moral values, development of all these value system is also a part of this health and physical education curriculum. Then we have to have psychosocial abilities. As somewhere we said in lifestyle that the stress and strain, in yoga we talked about, But there are children at this moment. If you have read some of the Lancet journal, that journal says that self harm among children is very high, particularly in the age of adolescent. And 14% children are suffering from any type of mental disorder. So earlier we were thinking that our children have no problem, but now the mental disorder and the mental health issues are also increasing. So psychological and social aspects, their development is also very, very important. And through this curricular expectations, we want to cover that this should be taken into consideration while the teachers transact into the classroom situation. Even if the teachers, you might have heard, NCERT has organized one NISHTA program, National Initiative for School Teachers and Heads. So there we are saying that all teachers are first level counselors. So if we are able to talk to our children, if we are able to, you can say, interact our children, we can help them to sort out their stress, their level of anxiety, their level of sadness. So that will help them to psychologically more strong, mentally more strong, emotionally more strong. And that is the requirement of this curricular area also. So these are in brief, you can say, the our expectations from this health and physical education. And all teachers, जो हम जितने भी teachers हैं जो physical education में काम करते हैं और जो physical education teachers नहीं भी हैं, यानी all teachers have the responsibility to develop, to have a good human being, our students. We all know that these children are the future of our country. If we see in terms of statistics, the population from 10 to 24 is about, you can say, more than 37 crores. And if we see from 0 to 18, we have 47 crore children. And these 47 crore children, if they are not healthy, if they are not happy, if they are not strong emotionally, and if we are not able to build their all capacities, their overall development, definitely we are not going to have a good, healthy, strong nation. So this is also important. And I think our responsibility is much more than the responsibility of even those teachers who are teaching science and social sciences. Because languages, if they are not healthy, they will not be able to achieve excellence in other science and social science areas also. So these are our some of the particular expectations. The broad principles, first and foremost, is not merely an instructive area. I think in the beginning itself, and if you see, the NCERT has developed not only textbooks, they have focused on teacher's guide. Because why teacher's guide? That the teachers have to have practical experiences with the children more, not knowledge. Therefore, it is not just giving instructions. You have to involve, you have to demonstrate, you have to discuss, and therefore it is more an experiential area and not just an area where you can teach through, you can say, chalk and board. So that is one aspect. The content drawn from other curricular areas, we can see both way. Our content should be integrated into different curricular areas, and their content is also integrated in our subject area. So content of this subject is drawn from the content of other curricular areas like environmental science, or we call environmental studies, science, social science, and language definitely is a medium of instruction that can be used in teaching other subjects. So it's a both vice versa. We are drawing our content from that area, and that area should also integrate the content of our area. But at the same time, we have to own our own content. It is not that we do not have any content. So there we have a core content, and that need to be given emphasis. And that's therefore we are saying that even if you read in the national curriculum framework, the present one, and that will be developed on the basis of the 2020 national policy, definitely they cannot ignore. You have seen in each and every time, even our education minister and your sports minister says that this area is very important. So everybody has to treat this subject as a subject area, as a one of the core important, essential and compulsory subject area at all the stages of school education. Therefore, appropriate integration, but at the same time, as a core stand-alone subject is also needed. And we have to fight it out. You know, most of us, I do not blame, but the as per the experiences, or as per the, you can say, people used to share their experiences, that the physical education classes are being taken by some other subject areas. Their English teacher is, if it is powerful, he'll or she will say, you give me your period. Science teacher will say, you give me your period. The math teacher will say, give me your period. Why should we give our period? Our period is important. Rather, you give us your period, so that we can involve children. We can teach mathematics through our physical education class. We can teach our social science through our physical education class. So we have to be very energetic and proactive, that we should not allow others to capture our field, and we should not give them that much of encouragement. Say straight away, no, I will not give my period. Secondly, we have not to remain as a physical education instructor. We are not. We are physical education teachers. So we have to maintain our, you can say, dignity. We are equally important. If you are a science teacher, if you are a science faculty, I am a physical education faculty. So we have to, you can say, sometimes we have to own, we have to earn. So if nobody is giving us, we have to snatch. So we have to, but only thing that we have to be proactive. That is also very, very important. The broad principle of this area is that recognize this subject as a core subject, as I said, and it is only the implementation we are lacking. But so far the policy is concerned, the policy has already given that this should not be taken away by anyone. Continue as compulsory subject up to secondary stage, and optional at higher secondary stage, because all other subjects are also optional at the higher secondary stage. One can take science, one can take social science, can take, so you can say, vocational, one can take commerce. So there is a lot of options are available. Similarly, in this area also we have to provide optional, because the basic development take place only from class 1 to class 10. And when the whole education system is, you can say, common up to class 10, so this much is everybody, every child should know it. यानी क्लास 10वीं तक सब कुछ कॉमन है, सब्जेक्ट्स कॉमन है. तो क्यों ना हमारा सब्जेक्ट भी, ऑलरेडी पॉलिसी ने कहा है, हमारे करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क ने भी कहा है, लेकिन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में कहीं ना कहीं गलतियां हो रही हैं या नहीं हो रहा है. तो इसको हमें एक्सेप्ट करना है, इसको हमें प्रोएक्टिवली एक तरह से काम करना है, कि जिससे ये जो पॉलिसी कहती है कि, तो उसको हम एक तरह से फील्ड में भी इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके. फोकस ऑन एक्सपीरियंसेस एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ हेल्थ, skills and well-being. So the focus is on experience, because it is more an experience. As I said, if I want to take a sun bath, I cannot take sun bath while sitting here. I have to go to the ground. So it's basically experiential. We have to develop our holistic health. That is also very important. Skills are very important. Skills in games and sports, but at the same time, life skills that are very important. And if you want to have a holistic well-being, when we say not only physical, mental, emotional and social well-being through practical engagement with play. जब हम खेलते हैं तो हमें बहुत खुशी होती है. जब हम कोई अच्छी टीवी में कोई हंसी मजाक का सीरियल देखते हैं तो हम स्ट्रेस एंड स्ट्रेन भूल जाते हैं. सो अगर बच्चों को बिना स्ट्रेस के इंजॉयमेंट के साथ आप प्ले करवाएंगे, एक्सरसाइजेस करवाएंगे, उनको एक तरह से भार की तरह नहीं कि आपको एक्सरसाइजेस करनी है, but that should become imbibe in their own attitude and behavior. So that is also very important. And sports, every child have interest, have inclinedness towards one sport or the other sports. So we have to have play, exercises, sports, yoga. Yoga will help even in doing, in competing in sports. And practice of personal and community hygiene is very important. If there is a no hygiene, there is no cleanliness, otherwise also we will not be very healthy. And we have to adopt a need based approach. What are our needs? what type of population students we have, what they want, whether they are more interested in just plain exercises, or they are want to excel in sports, or they want to do yoga, they want to more involve themselves. So what are their needs in terms of their health, in terms of physical education? We have to keep that into consideration. We have special children, we have different type of children, heterogeneity is there, boys and girls. We have to take, because Dr. Usha is sitting here, but most of the girls are not being allowed to, you can say, go into the field in our society. So we have to promote them, that as like science and social sciences, or you can say maths, this area is equally important. And need based, if we want to be proactive, we have to come out with their various career options, because the children are not taking, they think what they will become. They can become a physical education teacher, mean PTI ban jayenge. No, there are a lot of options, career options in this area also. So even after doing IIT, Dr. Sujit is sitting here. So there are so many options are available. It is not that you cannot become an engineer, you cannot become a doctor. Even after becoming a doctor, you can becoming a sports medicine person. So so many areas are there. We have to identify their needs. That is more important. This is very important. We go to school or to the class to learn. Generally, if you ask somebody, where are you going, they will not say I am going to learn in social science or science class. They'll say I am going to school. So the whole school approach is very, very important. That when we say whole school approach, means all who matters, from the policy level to the administrator to the staff, even those who are not your academic staff members. So all the teachers, and not only, it is not only our responsibility as a physical education person, but it is the responsibility of all teachers. So therefore, the program which you have initiated, I think we have to think in terms of that all teachers, at least at the primary level. Because at the primary level, otherwise also, if you see the textbooks of different subject areas, you will find lot of scopes are there. They have already integrated health, physical education, activities, games and sports. And now when we are saying learning outcomes, the focus is more on learning. The focus is more on experiential learning. The focus is more on process and pedagogy. So in the process and pedagogy definitely will involve, you can say, your games and various physical activities. And everybody want that the all children should be healthy, happy, and they will be healthy and happy if their physical health, their mental health, their social health, all health are achieved. So definitely we have to say, we have to adopt that we have to go to the school to become a full person with responsibility, yani all over development of the and child, and everybody has to contribute, whosoever matter, even within the society, parents and the community also. Because somewhere you do not have playground in the school, so the community playground has to be used and the community has to contribute. We do not have the equipments, the community can contribute. So we have to reach to the community to have good playground, to have good equipments, to have the facilities into the school system. So all those matters, and therefore we have to adopt the whole school approach, where all teachers, or even including your principal, your administrators, the BO, DOs, and all have to be part of the system. And therefore education not in the classroom, but also education in the playground. So sports plus physical education. Actually, I used to take the comprehensive. The physical education takes all things into consideration, but sports is little bit specialized. So what does it take? You can see the children. If you see the photographs, अगर आप सब फोटोग्राफ देख रहे हैं तो बच्चे देखिए कितने खुश हैं, और कितनी खुशी खुशी आप इन कौन को देख करके इनको क्या क्या पढ़ा सकते हैं, कि वो कहाँ से छोटा है, कहाँ से बड़ा है, उसकी लंबाई कितनी है। यानी मैथ पढ़ाने के लिए आप ग्राउंड में ले आइए और ये पढ़ाइए, देख इस तरीके के इक्विपमेंट लेकर के आप उनको पढ़ा सकते हैं। सो व्हाट डज इट टेक मींस कि 60 मिनट्स मॉडरेट टू विगरस फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज, फिजिकल एक्सरसाइजेस। यानी जब हम एक्टिविटीज की बात करते हैं तो एक्टिविटीज का मतलब है कि घर में भी बच्चों को एक्टिव रखना, जरूरी है। आप छोटी छोटी चीजें बच्चों से मंगवाइए, आप उनके टेस्ट का खाना, अगर पेरेंट्स हैं तो खाना बनाते तो उनको कहिए मुझे ये चीज ला करके दो, मुझे ये चीज ला, उसको दौड़ाते रहिए और वो बड़ी खुशी से दौड़ते रहेंगे। सो बेसिकली वी हैव टू हैव 60 minutes moderate to physical activities or exercises. Movement skills are very important. कैसे दौड़ना है, कैसे बैठना है, कैसे चलना है, कैसे जॉगिंग करनी है, कैसे स्किपिंग करनी है, कैसे गैल्पिंग करनी है, यानी सारी चीजें आपको बच्चों के साथ करते रहना चाहिए। तो प्राइमरी लेवल पर अगर हम उनको बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिव कर देंगे, क्योंकि दैट विल डेवलप देयर एनर्जी, देयर इम्यूनिटी, देयर कैपेसिटी, देयर फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। और बचपन में जो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी होती है वो बाद में थोड़ी स्टिफ हो जाती है, तो इसलिए बचपन में हमें ध्यान देने की जरूरत है। टीम गेम्स बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि टीम, जो हम सोशल हेल्थ की बात करते हैं, that is very important. In teams we have to, even if one person is not playing well, the whole team will lose. तो हमें ये देखना है कि हम अपने लिए नहीं, हम होलिस्टिकली खेल रहे हैं। तो उससे क्या है कि कोऑपरेशन से खेलते हैं एक, और टीम का मतलब क्या होता है, इफ यू एब्रीवेशन अगर टीम का लें, टुगेदर एवरीवन अचीव मोर, यानी अगर हम टीम में काम करते हैं तो हमारी अचीवमेंट बेटर होती है। अगर हम किसी से डिस्कस करते हैं तो आप देखते हैं कि जो भी काम आप करते हैं उसमें इंप्रूवमेंट हो जाता है, बिकॉज एवरीबॉडी थिंक इन अ डिफरेंट वे, और उससे क्या है कि होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट होती है। तो टीम गेम्स हैं, कंपटीशन होना चाहिए बट हेल्दी कंपटीशन। कभी कभी क्या है कि हम इतना ज्यादा प्रेशर कर देते हैं कंपटीशन का कि चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट एबल टू टॉलरेट। So that competition should be slowly increased, and it should be a healthy competition. We have to, people used to say ना, आपने कछुए और खरगोश की कहानी तो सुनी होगी। तो कछुए खरगोश में क्या है कि वो दोनों, कभी एक हारता है कभी दूसरा जीतता है, और लास्ट में क्या कहते हैं कि we have to fight against the situation, not fight against each other. So even in games and sports we have to fight how to win, but not fight against persons. That is also very very important, and collaboration efforts of all stakeholders definitely is very important. So supporting sports plus physical education agar hum kar de, maybe physical education for all, and therefore this area is very broad, but at the top facility should be given so those who can excel. So supporting excellence is very important. Fitness for life, at least we all should do physical activities to achieve fitness. यानी हमें फिट तो रहना है ना। हम मान लीजिए हम बहुत सारे स्पोर्ट्स में एक्सेल नहीं कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वी कैन एक्सेल इन डिफरेंट फील्ड्स। और आजकल तो आप देखते हैं कि इवन इफ यू आर गोइंग टू IIT, यू आर बिकमिंग ए, यू कैन से CEO, और यू आर गोइंग टू एनी corporate sector, they used to ask, is this number is okay, your CGPA is okay, but what about other areas? And if you have excelled somewhere in sports, you are given more, you can say, preference, because in sports you have the capacity to collaborate, to cooperate, to take decisions. So many skills you have already developed, and decision making skill is very important, working in team is very important, and therefore this is also very important area. So fitness for life is also a part of, you can say, objective of this area. एक्टिव लाइफस्टाइल, वो कहते हैं ना कि बचपन में जो नींव, कूद के पैर तो पलने में ही दिखाई दे जाते हैं। तो जैसे अपने बच्चों को पालेंगे, so definitely they, if they are active at their primary level, and they will remain active throughout their life. I have seen people around me, those who have initiated physical activities from their initial years, they are still continuing, but there is no late. Even today also we can start physical activities. So that is also that we have to adopt active lifestyle. Sports for life is the essence, definitely. So we have to, because we have to achieve everything: health, emotional health, physical health, your you can say academic excellence. And for all these things, sports, physical education contribute a lot. Even little bit laughing, smile on the children's face. Even today, you can smile only when you are happy. You cannot smile when if you are not happy. And how can you get happy? That you have overcome your stress, you know how to deal with your stress, You have not to compete with others, you have to compete with yourself. All these things will help keep you, you can say, alive and more cheerful. And therefore they are saying sports provide all these essence of life. Now, in the earlier slide, I said 60 minutes. 60 minutes doesn't mean only 60 minutes. You can do more, because even in yoga protocol, they are saying adolescent should devote at least 45 minutes to micro to asan, pranayam, and all these things. So they have already given a protocol that 3 minutes of about 8 minutes of your micro yogic activities, जिनको आप सूक्ष्म व्यायाम कहते हैं, या आप जो warming up exercises bhi aap kehte hain. So some 8 minutes, then some time should be given to Surya Namaskar, then to the, you can say, asan, pranayam, breathing exercises. So 60 minutes, we are saying at least 60 minutes. And these 60 minutes you can, how can you use? We will be fortunate enough if the school education system give us one full period to each and every class. Generally they said week में 2 period मिलेंगे, week में 3 period मिलेंगे. So we have how to make use of those 60 minutes at least. So we have just thought of it that 30 minutes, suppose they gave us a period, rest 30 minutes we have to capture from different activities. One is active period is okay, 30 minutes, then active assembly. In assembly, either we can take care of the content part, those which we have to teach in the class, instead of teaching the class, we can take advantage of that assembly. Every time there are so many things which we can talk to the children. For example, what is good touch and bad touch, how to keep the environment clean, how to keep the school clean, what are the safety and security of children, that is very important. And particularly in abuses, not only the people who are not known to us, but even people known to us are also sometimes the abuses. So more than 80% of the abuses are not done by the people who are not known to us, but by the people who are closely related to us, those whom we are trusting. I do not say that we should not trust anybody, but I am saying we should have a skill to identify that who is trustworthy and who is not. So we have to, sometimes we used to say we should not trust even ourselves also. So, but we have to build that trust in ourselves so that we can be able to identify who is risky and who is not risky. What is the situation and which situation is risky and which situation is not risky. So active assembly is very important. We can talk about lot of things. Earlier we used to do PT in assembly. So we can continue, we can do some clapping, some exercises during the assembly period. Active recess period. There the children are free. You leave the children are free, but motivate them that during recess also they should undertake certain games. They can play, they will definitely like it. So active recess period where they have to take food. Assembly, we can tell them that you have to be very hygienic. You have to wash your hands before taking food. And if soap and water is available in there, or if not available, then sanitizer you can use. That is now the schools are also provided. Or in at least in urban areas, the parents can also provide sanitizer to the children. So while using all these things in the assembly, they can take food and they can be very active during that period. Active coaching, I'll say facilitating rather, because coaching word sometimes people used to take in a negative sense. So here means you have to strengthen their capabilities. So maybe out of school timing, or maybe any time you can do that, how, what to do, and when to do, and what to do. So आप जो है उनको एक अच्छी तरह से एक गाइड कर सकते हैं कि ये सब इस टाइम को हम कैसे यूज करें. Competitions are also there. There's a you can say annual functions are there, games, sports. So how to use that time in different competition की आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं, तो उसको हम कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं. और फ्री प्ले कम्यूटिंग, आते और जाते, साइकिल से आए, पैदल आए, खेलते हुए आए, दौड़ते हुए आए, जॉगिंग करते हुए आए, तो ये करने से भी हम अपने आप को एक तरह से एक्टिव रख सकते हैं। अब जैसे जैसे थोड़े थोड़े बच्चे, मैं एक कंट्री में गई तो आई सो मेनी साइकिल्स, नीदरलैंड। आई वॉज रियली स्टंट कि यहाँ पर इतनी साइकिलें जगह जगह खड़ी हुई हैं। तो पता लगा वहां पर सड़क पर गाड़ियां कम थी और साइकिल ज्यादा थी। सो बेसिकली हम जो है एक तरह से सब मोटरसाइकिल, कार, इतनी सड़क पर भीड़ हो गई है, एंड वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग मोर कंफर्ट टू आवर चिल्ड्रन। सो इस लेवल पर बच्चों को थोड़ा सा स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाने के लिए हमें उनको पैदल चलने की बनिस्बत की सेफ जरूर होना चाहिए। हम उनको ये जरूर सिखाएं कि हाउ टू रीच टू द स्कूल सेफली, हाउ टू क्रॉस द रोड, हाउ टू वॉक ऑन द पेडेस्ट्रियन। सो ये सारी चीजें, कब ग्रीन लाइट होती है, कब रेड लाइट होती है, वो सेफ्टी मेजर्स लेना बहुत जरूरी है। लेकिन बच्चे जो जाएं स्कूल, वो पैदल जाएं, वो खेले रिसेस में, वो बैठे ना रहें। और उसमें ये भी हम करें कि जो बच्चे विद सर्टेन डिसेबिलिटी हैं, वो उन बच्चों को इन्वॉल्व करें, विशेषकर रिसेस में इन्वॉल्व करें, फ्री प्ले में इन्वॉल्व करें। तो वो एक अच्छी तरह से हम उस टाइम को एक्टिवली कर सकते हैं एंड बच्चों को एक्टिव बना सकते हैं। Now resources, how to modify. Sometimes na we have so many complaints. We do not have space, we do not have time, we do not have equipment, we do not have people. So जितने भी जो हम फिजिकल एजुकेशन के एजुकेशनिस्ट हैं या हम टीचर्स हैं, हमें थोड़ा सा सोचना पड़ेगा कि स्पेस, टाइम, इक्विपमेंट, पीपल को कैसे मैनेज करें, कैसे, हाउ टू हैव स्मॉल गेम्स। अगर स्पेस बड़ा है तो बड़े गेम्स कर सकते हैं। इफ स्पेस इज स्मॉल देन वी कैन ऑर्गेनाइज स्मॉल गेम्स। इफ टाइम, what is the time available? They have given us just 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, how to utilize effectively that 30 minutes? So which things to be done in those 30 minutes and which things we are not to supposed to do in those 30 minutes, that is also very important. We have to involve children with disability also. So क्या हम उनको थोड़ा ज्यादा समय दें, या कोई हम ऐसा गेम करें जिसमें कि कम समय लगे, कम समय में, या उसको हम ऐसा टास्क दें जिसमें कि उसको कम काम करना पड़े। सो वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट। इक्विपमेंट्स, देखिए मैंने शुरू में जब कम्युनिटी का रोल कहा था तो आप पता नहीं सबको कोई न्यूज याद है कि एक गांव में स्टेशन नहीं था। So they were asking the government to have station on that village. Lekin the government was not listening to them. So what the community did, they collected the money and they established a whole full system of station. And then they called the minister to inaugurate. The minister was happy to inaugurate and the platform was provided to them. I have seen many communities who have prepared school, the whole school. लड़कियों के लिए स्कूल नहीं था, लड़कियां दूर जाती थी। उन्होंने क्या किया कि they have collected the money and they build a whole school. Now when the school building is ready, the government has to provide the other facilities. So you can take the help of the community. The corporate have a CS responsibility. They are happy to provide you the equipments. Only thing that we have to find out the way कि वो हमें क्या equipment दे सकते हैं। Secondly, कौन से equipment को हम modify कर सकते हैं, because our objective is first to involve all children, and secondly when we have to identify the talent and provide opportunity to the talented one. So all children you can innovate at your own level, but for others who are excelling, for them you can ask somebody to donate certain equipments and you can help them to, you can say, excel in the games and sports of their own choice. People means person, किसी गेम को modify कर सकते हैं कि you want to involve larger, for example if you have to involve the children with disability, you can have a larger group. So in larger groups some work you can give to those children as per their needs. You can reduce the number of children. So the people, the person, the students, you can see as per the space available, as per the time available, and then you can also find out the resources. For example, there's no need to teach all the theoretical aspects into the physical education class. You can motivate your other teachers that you can take VN environment. Why don't you teach pollution? We will take help from you. The pollution, the waste management. There are so many areas which you can teach. So you can take the help of the other person. That is also very important. So in a way that we have to have resources, and I think where there is a will, there's a way. We have to be little proactive. You can find out many, you can say, avenues from where you can get all these things. These are the cards developed by British Council in collaboration with, you can say, CBSE and other experts. NCERT was also a part of it. Steps. They are called steps, space, time, equipment, people, the same thing. Now, steps to consider while teaching any activity. For example, you can modify, and there are 6 groups are there. So first group, simple relay race was there. They are modified second time. They are modified third time. They are modified fourth time. They are modified fifth time. With the you can say then they are modified sixth time. So these are the 6 modifications. So you can also think about it as per the availability of time, space, equipments, and people, persons. And you can think, you can innovate something new. Now I am giving you one activity. This is also a card, physical education card. So you can construct your own physical education card. Let, as a facilitator, when you join the school, or even through your, because these days the minister and our NCERT is also saying that the teacher have to be very proactive, the parents have to be very proactive. Most of the resources are available online on, you can say, National Repository of Open Educational Resources of NCERT. If you Google that, you can get many videos. We have developed many videos on yoga, on you can say physical education. Also some videos are available, or if you have some videos and which is developed by your own organization, you can submit to NCERT. NCERT will evaluate it and put it on NROER, National Repository of Open Educational Resources. Now Diksha platform is also coming up, and I think in the long run all resources will be available on Diksha. So similarly, you can construct your own physical education activity card. Here this is a physical education card is there. What is the purpose of these activities? Can you think about it? They are playing for what is the purpose? What they can gain out of this playing? What are the advantage of playing like this? So you can think and you can write in your notebook, you can share later. Suggest variations for these activities. There are about 4 variations we have given it. Can you think about any other variations? Suppose there's a net is available, somewhere net is not available. If there's no net or without net, in between can it be there something? There's a table, there's no table. They are playing on the wall. So just think, can we play this game with what variations? With what, taking the step into consideration. Can there be more than 2 players? Can there be 1 player? Can 1 player play this game? So this is also, then what equipments required? What is, all are having equipments. What else is required? Can you play in a different way? So that is, even with only with ball you can play. So you can also think about the game, that what equipments are required if I have to modify that game. Safety measure. Before starting the play, what safety measures you will take into consideration? Here the ground and everything is looking very neat and clean because it's a picture. But if you take the students to the real ground, then what safety measures and what after modification you will take into consideration? So what are those that you can write in your notebook? Link to other subject. Can you teach this, even this physical education card to through different subjects? If you see, there is a total angle. So you can teach angle, you can teach speed, or you can teach distance. Can you teach math? You can see the net. You can say it's a rectangular. Now you measure the height and the you can say length of this, or you can multiply, you can say the whole area covered. So how to teach? Can you use language? Can you teach language through this subject? So think about it, that how can you have the link with the curriculum. Curriculum means whatever the NCERT curriculum or your CBSE curriculum is there, the syllabus you have for different classes, and these physical education cards are for class 5. You can for primary stages. So at what stage you can link this game in the curriculum also, and what subject you can teach through this physical education card. Self assessment, you have to assess the child, help the child to assess self. Have this game helped in developing confidence, in developing coordination, in developing taking decisions? So what are the self assessment aspect, what they have achieved? That also you have to you can write down in your notebook. And life skills, definitely there are 10 core life skills: critical thinking, decision making, dealing with stress, dealing with you can say anxiety, so cooperation, interpersonal relationship, empathy. So do you think any life skills can be developed through this game, or through this card, or through any of the card which you are going to modify, or any game which you are going to modify? So like this, you can, even you can take the children, for example class 5 and 6 children can be motivated to develop cards, and then help them to play the same. Whatever they have thought about it, they can be taken into the ground later on when they reach when the lockdown will be open. यानी जब लॉकडाउन खुल जाएगा, तो आप उन्हीं बच्चों को इस तरीके से कार्ड बनवा सकते हैं, और उस कार्ड के आधार पर आप उनको ग्राउंड में ले जा करके खेल खेल सकते हैं, और उनसे ये सारी बातें पूछ सकते हैं कि आपका क्या कोई लाइफ स्किल डेवलप हुआ, क्या आपको कॉन्फिडेंस आया, क्या आपकी पर्सनैलिटी में कोई चेंज आया। तो ये सारी चीजें आप कर सकते हैं। सो दैट्स व्हाई इन्वॉल्विंग देम इन activities are equally very important. Be creative. So we have to be very creative. Use substitution period well. Means already we have said that whatever time is available you have to use it. Make use it. वो कहते हैं ना, जिंदगी में जो चांसेस आते हैं उसको कभी हमें खोना नहीं चाहिए। अगर हम खो देंगे तो वो दोबारा से मुड़ करके नहीं आते। सेलिब्रेट फेस्टिवल्स लाइक इंटरनेशनल योगा डे। आपने अगर आप स्कूल में हैं तो आपने सुना होगा कि एनसीईआरटी हर साल इंटरनेशनल योगा डे मनाती है 18 से 20 जून। हालांकि इस साल भी हमने कोशिश की थी कि वी विल सेलिब्रेट फ्रॉम 18 to 20th June, and we used to involve children from all states and union territories and government schools. But unluckily, because of the lockdown, because of the coronavirus, we are not able to organize a yoga day on this. But we are now planning to have yoga quiz competition. Though our objective is not to have a competition, people used to say the yoga doesn't mean any competition, but just for the sake of developing awareness. So International Day of Yoga is there, and that doesn't mean that we have to do yoga only on that day. We have to do yoga throughout our life. We have to make yoga as a part and parcel of life. National Sports Day is also there, so we have to use, when if we have to organize National Sports Day, definitely we have to be prepared throughout the year to participate in the National Sports Day. Include dance as a part of physical education. Up till now, dance is a part of art education, but we have to keep that physical education also into consideration. Adventurous activities are also very important. You can if you have the facility, you have the equipments, all these things, then you can involve students of a higher level in adventurous activities. Active vacations, यानी जो भी छुट्टियां होती हैं तो उसमें, इसलिए अगर आप एनसीएफ को आप पढ़े तो उसमें है कि लोकल गेम्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स, लोकल स्पेस ड्यूरिंग वेकेशंस कैन बी यूज्ड। सो उनका एक्सेल करने के लिए जो आपको स्पेशल टाइम चाहिए, वेकेशन टाइम कैन बी यूज्ड। कन्वर्ट पाथ्स एंड रूट्स एज ए प्ले एरिया। आप पिक्चर देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से रास्ते को एक तरह से प्ले एरिया बना दिया गया है, और किस तरीके से रूट को भी आप एक तरह से प्ले एरिया, क्योंकि बहुत जगह नहीं है। इवन आपको अगर कोई और भी जगह नहीं मिलती तो सीढ़ियों पर चढ़ और उतर करके भी आप अपनी फिजिकल फिटनेस को मेंटेन कर सकते हैं। तो ये कुछ ऐसे एरियाज हैं जिसमें आपको ध्यान देने की, या आप क्रिएटिव हो सकते हैं। अब देखिए, ये एक फिजिकल आपका पिक्चर है जिसमें हमने डिफरेंट वो दिखाए हैं। फिजिकल एजुकेशन दिखाया है ना, फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज बिफोर एंड आफ्टर स्कूल दिखाया है, यानी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव स्कूल फिजिकल एक्टिविटी प्रोग्राम, फिजिकल फिटनेस फॉर ऑल चिल्ड्रन पेरेंट्स का एक तरह से कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव स्कूल में फिजिकल एजुकेशन मेरे हिसाब से होलिस्टिक है, which include physical activities before and after school, family, community engagement. जब हमने whole school approach की बात की थी, so that is also whole school approach means that we have to include all staff, all during class, after the class. So there's a one activity in that is seat. Now you have seen this diagram. Physical education, physical activities before and after, physical activities during school, involvement of others, community. Now observe the activities given in the circular diagram and write the names of activities given in each box. यानी ये कर क्या रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप बैठे बैठे सुन रहे हैं ना, so you must be getting bored. So I'll request you to write down what are these physical activities which the students are doing. We are saying only physical education, but there are certain activities have been shown. Similarly, here also we are showing certain activities. Staff involvement is also showing certain activities. Community also we are showing certain activities. So observe and the activities given in the circular diagram and write the names of activities given in each box. Write down the relationship with the component of fitness and add under each category, at least add 2 activities. Here there are 3 activities, add 2 activity each under each of the diagram. What you can think. So this is your, in a way, your experiential learning situation in the sitting arrangement. You are sitting at home or maybe at some center. So just think about it. What 2 activities you can add here in physical education, in during school, staff, what else you can give to the staff, what else you can give to the physical activity before and after the school, and to the family and the community. So you might think about it. Now these are the basically the curriculum, the NCERT as a follow of the national curriculum framework, because the national curriculum framework says that we have to have a holistic approach, and they are saying that we have not to fill only the basic needs of the children in terms of food, in terms of, you can say, sanitation, or in terms of health, housing, or in terms of medical care, because that itself and the factors which are influencing the health of the children. But we have to talk about holistic health, and when we say holistic health, there the curriculum framework says that holistic health means that physical, social, emotional, mental, and even WHO saying spiritual health. So if we have to have holistic health, then physical education and yoga contributes a lot. And we have not to think that these can be taught in an, you can say, fragmented way. These should be considered as a part and parcel of each other, yani in an integrated way. Means all physical education and yoga, physical activity, because this used to contribute to the achievement of the health. And we have seen that studies have also shown that the physical education and all these activities have helped in the retention of the child and in the completion of the school. So those are very, very important aspects. And the curriculum framework also says that we have to include those aspects also which are not being taken care otherwise, particularly the adolescent needs and concerns that should also be taken into consideration. For example, we are not even discussing, even science teachers are not discussing about reproductive health and their sexual health. So those issues, because of the sensitivity, they are taking information from those people, from peer or from different literatures, may not be authentic literature. So we have to provide as a physical educationist to help them the opportunities to discuss all these issues. Otherwise, if we are not able to give them opportunity, do not discuss, then they will end up in risky situations. They will use more drugs. They will be under peer pressure. There is a HIV, AIDS. So many things are happening, and therefore, as a physical education teacher, we have to help them to deal with all these growing issues, myths and misconceptions. Even there is a myths and misconception about height, about weight, about body structure, body image. That is also very, very important. So all these issues, the national curriculum framework says that we have to take into consideration. And therefore, we classified our areas into human body. When we say human body, at the lower level, we are just discussing the different body parts. What are different body parts? How to keep our body parts clean? For example, if you see science or environmental study, they will say about ear, nose, hand, taking bath, but they will not discuss about genital hygiene. So as a health and physical educationist, we have to focus even on genital hygiene also. And particularly during adolescence, we have to discuss about menstruation. So all these areas, growth and development during adolescence, what are the myths and misconceptions during adolescence, who grows faster, and what are the things which the child can change, what are the things which the child cannot change. For example, I cannot change my face, my color, but I can remain smart. So the children have to think that body image doesn't mean that you have to be very fair, you have to be very tall, because the society has made certain stereotypes. So we have not to be, you can say, then mental health development is also very important. Communicable and non-communicable diseases, for example, this coronavirus is now there. What aspect we have to take into consideration? We should remain hygienic, hand washing, distancing, not only social but physical distancing is more important. So all these aspects are very empathy, but at the same time we must have. So emotional development is very important, because children are very emotionally very fragile during adolescence. So emotion and their emotions, they're happy, they're sometimes they're crying, they so parental role is also there. So human body, human system, how physical activities affect the different system of the body. So all these aspects we are covering under human body. Then movement awareness means that the different fundamental movements, walking, running, sitting, standing. So postural issues are very, very important. How to sit, how to sleep also, that is also very important. That aspect we have to think about it. And what are the, how to develop good postures is also. So walking in straight line, walking zigzag line, skipping, or you can say leaping, all these body movements, flexibility, so agility, balance, coordination, all these are skills are also included during movement awareness. Then physical fitness and sports skills abilities. From 6th onward, we are including all sports, all team game, most of the team game as per the you can say capability of the child. That is also very, along with all other areas, we are also including human body at class 6 7. So all these areas are from class 1 to class 10. But for example, human body is from class 1 to class 10, depending on the level of the child. Movement awareness is from class 1 to class 5, and physical fitness is from class 5 onwards. You can say that we are more focusing. Yoga, we are saying no. In yoga, for example, we are focusing only from class 6 onwards. Up to class 5, informal yoga can be there, but all asana, pranayams and all these things are from class 6 onward. And in yoga, we have also developed 2 books for upper primary and secondary. I'll discuss later. Food and nutrition is very important, because only just doing exercise is not enough. We have to take what food is needed. Why do we need food? What type of food? Wholesome food. Should we avoid junk food? Why should we avoid junk food? Why should and some people used to say that we do not have availability of good fruits. No, whatever seasonal food and seasonal vegetable and fruits are available, they are better than the non-seasonal fruits. So not necessarily that everybody should take only almonds and all these things, but even some groundnuts is also helpful. Instead of apple, if bears are available, local area में हमारे बेर भी होते हैं, उनमें भी उतना ही न्यूट्रिशन. But green vegetable is very important. You know, in the National Family Health Survey 4, even 3, 2, and 1, over the period of time, the anemia is not decreasing among girls. Only little bit, 1%, 2% is decreased. Even today also 54% girls are anemic. And if girls are anemic, when they will become mother, their children will again be anemic. In India 38% children are still stunted. यानी हमारी growth stunted है, wasted है. जो हमारी age है उसके हिसाब से हमारी height नहीं है. जो हमारी एज है उसके हिसाब से हमारा वेट नहीं है. वेट और हाइट में कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है. सो बिकॉज वी आर नॉट ईटिंग बैलेंस्ड डाइट. एंड बैलेंस्ड डाइट का अगर सिंपल वे में कहें तो जो भी अवेलेबल घर में है, सोसाइटी में है, हमें वो पूरा होलसम फूड खाने की जरूरत है. दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. Safety and security is definitely very important. That's why we have covered it. How to avoid hindrance. Safety in school, safety in playground, safety from animal bite, safety from natural hazardous. यानी अगर आपका कोई इस तरीके का जैसे भूकंप आ गया है या कोई और फायर है, तो इन सब के बारे में भी, सेफ्टी के बारे में जानकारी देना बहुत जरूरी है. और वो क्लास 1 से लेकर के क्लास हम 10 तक दे रहे हैं. वी एन एनवायरनमेंट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कि एनवायरनमेंट, अब आप देखिए, आप जॉगिंग करते हैं, आप यू आर रनिंग, जॉगिंग एंड डूइंग सो मेनी activities, but the environment is very polluted. And you might have heard that in Delhi there was that you should not do much of the exercise in outside because of too much pollution was there during January or you can say December, because of fog, smoke and all these things. तो environment को clean होना भी बहुत जरूरी है. So keeping the environment clean mean all type of pollutions. We are throwing so much garbage in our rivers कि सारा का सारा river, गंगा को कितना हमने pollute कर दिया. यमुना we have polluted. जो हमारे गांव में झोड़ हैं या जो भी तालाब हैं, उनको हमने pollute कर दिया. So pollution, water pollution, air pollution और आपका land pollution, ये सारी चीजें, even noise pollution, हम unnecessarily सड़क पर चलते हुए हॉर्न बजाते हैं. If it is not needed, even then we are used to have horn. So ये सारी चीजें जो है हमें ध्यान में रखने की जरूरत है. तो एक environmental pollution है, unnecessary using of medicine है, ये सारी चीजें हमें अपने आप को एक pollution से बचाने की जरूरत है. That we used to discuss in our VN environment. Social health is also important. Society, community. Yani that is, so how the community is living, we have to help the community, we have to respect for the aged people. And we have, for example, early marriage is also one of the, still we are saying that we have a very legal age of marriage. But even then in India, 27% of the girls, the National Family Health Survey 4 said that 27% of the girls are married before the age of 18. Still there are states where the girls are being married. अगर लड़कियों की शादी 18 साल से पहले हो जाती है तो आप सोच सकते हैं कि she will become mother before the age of 18. हम कहते हैं हमारी puberty advancing हो रही है, लड़कियां जल्दी puberty पर पहुंच रही हैं, but the body is not ready. Number one, health aspect. Number two, their education. If they are married before the age of 18, they will not be able to complete their education. They will not be able to utilize all the opportunities, all her talent. So सारी चीजें health aspect है, economic independence नहीं रहती है. So all these issues are on social health. So drug abuse is there. Customs हमारे कुछ ऐसे हैं कि we are wasting lot of time और lot of energy, lot of resources on our customs. So all these things and role of therefore institutions are very important. The society, the community, the educational institution, and including us. Orientation to physical education and sports, definitely we are focusing more on 9th and 10th. So there we are having more sports, competitive sports, and their tournaments, fixtures, and all these things. Then sports training aspects are been also given, award and reward rules. So we are focusing more on specialized sports at the level of 9th and 10th. And then consumer health services and sportsmen, what are the different health services are available in the society in terms of health, in terms of, you can say, sports. For example, I can tell you one, there is a adolescent friendly health services, because adolescent might be having certain myths, misconceptions, but there is a lot of stigma. So how the education sector, how the health sector can do it? We are also planning to have a school health program, which are going to be launched very soon. And we have 11 themes in that. What are those themes? That how to grow up healthy. Healthy growing up is very important. Relationship during adolescence, emotional and mental health issues, gender, prevention of substance misuse, healthy lifestyle, safe use of internet, HIV/AIDS and drug abuse. Because we are now using technology, but technology people are misusing also. All the time sitting in front of technology is also not good. So doing some physical activity should be done even at home also. So these are the content area which we have tried to cover under this curriculum area. And I think I'll just tell you also that NCERT has also developed books from class 6 to class 10. We have 6, 7, 8, we have a teacher's guide that is available on NCERT website. 9th is textbook, which is also available on website. 10th and 11th are in publication division, so we will be able to get it very soon. And we have also developed for yoga also. So at least the key 4 strength at this present, which we are focusing, that particularly for fitness, that athletics, one games and one sport, athletics, team sports, individual sports, or adventure sports, one the child can take. Health and fitness is for everyone. Health and activity card will be developed, so that what you are doing, or what is your health status, how to monitor whether you are improving or not. Okay, and the social empowerment, etc. So then these are the age group wise you can have, you can say movement education, sports skills, a variety of sports, and one Olympic and one indigenous sports. Yoga is very important. So it's a part of basically health and physical education, but we have also developed separately, that is yoga for health, yoga for physical fitness, and for upper primary. Then secondary, we are focused more on personality development, stress management, and healthy living. So these books are available in Hindi, English, and Urdu, which you can, if you want, you can make use of it. And then this app has already been developed by to assess the fitness for all children. So all matters. I think first think about that all matters, all are important, and then try to provide opportunities who can excel in sports. So to summarize, all teacher education courses must include health, yoga, and physical education as a compulsory subject. I may state that National Council for Teacher Education, which is responsible for, you can say, teacher education courses, this is a good thing they have done it, that in all 15 courses they have included 4 things. One is ICT, another is yoga, another is gender, and then inclusion. So all 4 aspects will cut across all 15 courses, B.Ed, M.Ed, or you can say in art education or physical education, definitely. So this, they have already done it. Now it is our responsibility to take it forward. To be integrated with all subjects, definitely. Structured and age appropriate curriculum, props, technology based assessment, ingredients of physical education, we have to focus. And advocacy definitely is very, very important, because we still do not give importance to health and physical education. And this is a right time that we must give it, because now if there is no health, no wealth. And वो कहते हैं जान है तो जहान है. तो कोरोना वायरस जैसे कब कौन सा और infectious disease आ जाए, so we have to be strongly healthy, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Thank you so much.
There are few, thank you so much. Sanjeev is going to ask one or just 2 questions. Dr. Sanjeev.
Morning, madam. Few questions
morning.
for that. Please give your suggestions for this.
Can't hear you.
Why there is no physical education teacher in class 1 to 5?
No, there are teachers are there, but you say all school do not have. That you can say, because it's a systemic issue. It's a systemic issue. Therefore, we have to focus. The policy, if you read the policy document and the national curriculum framework, they are saying there should be enough teachers. Teachers should be there. But in the absence of teacher is not there, it is not only the physical education teacher's responsibility. So why not to involve all teachers? Because you can see the course of the syllabus of primary level of physical education can be taken care by other subject teachers also. So I do not say that there should be no teachers, but I say there should be a teacher. However, all subject teachers should take care of it. Ji.
मैम यू माइट वांट टू आल्सो शेयर कि जो आप ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम अभी बन रहा है सारे टीचर्स के लिए फॉर फिजिकल एजुकेशन
जी बिल्कुल राइट है आपका।
यू माइट वांट टू शेयर दैट आल्सो।
हाँ,
मैम
आपने बहुत अच्छा याद दिलाया कि
मैम
अभी
इसको जरा अनशेयर कर लीजिए ताकि आपका वीडियो आ जाए। आप इसको
अच्छा इसको स्टॉप शेयरिंग ना
अनशेयर कर लीजिए।
Madam,
संजीव सर वो बताएंगे, मैडम वो बता रही
Sujit,
हैं।
madam can come on the
तो
screen.
संजीव जी ऐसा है कि अभी गवर्नमेंट ने particularly the sports ministry and MHRD have thought about that there should be 20 hours training program of all teachers, so that at to begin with, maybe in the long run each school have more than one teacher. I went to one country, there are more than one teacher in one school, 11, 12, 13 physical education teachers. Where there are only in one class there are 8 students, 10 students. But we cannot think of that situation now. But at least we are training all teachers for implementing health and physical education at the at least elementary level. So 20 hours module, the Ministry of Sports and NCERT in collaboration will develop, and definitely there will be training of all teachers. The modality will be identified later, how whether it is online course, online will be training if there is a lockdown or there is a offline. But I can tell you there is a NISHTA program. Under NISHTA there is a one full module on health and physical education. So and there we are covering all the 42 lakh teachers. We have already covered all the resource persons. So all states, government, schools have already will take care of this training of all teachers in health and physical education. Besides that, this 20 hours training module is also there. Ji.
thank you, madam. I request one more question is that please answer that. Sushma asked question like how to motivate this girls for sports activities, madam.
Girls?
For sports activities.
Sports activities. I think advocacy is the most important. You have to convince the parents, you have to convince the society, you have to convince the children themselves. The teachers should also motivate, because sometimes even the teachers do not motivate. They say you cannot play this game, you please leave it. So they themselves have tradition, they have their own value system. So that's why saying with the teacher should become non-judgmental. Instead of putting their own judgment, they should see the ability of the children. So we have to work from all directions. Means we have to motivate the administrator, we have to motivate the principal, we have to motivate the parents. The parents will not allow the girl child to go to different stations, different places. So I think the advocacy through media is also very, very important. And only then we will be able to reach. We can give examples that there are women who have topped at that level in physical education, in you can say that sports. So I think there is no one short answer, there is no magic, but we have to continuously work, continuously change the attitude of the society. What to talk about girls, even most of parents do not promote the children to involve in sports. The moment they enter class 9th and 10th, they say you leave it, now you concentrate you have to appear for the you can say various competitive exam. So basically somewhere we have to be very proactive, that this is also an area where one can excel, where one can have the career options, one can achieve a lot. And rather, so in the beginning we have to develop the fundamentals, and at the end we have to motivate all that our area is also very important. It is so important that I think even more than science and engineering, even people after doing this, they are coming back to do yoga, they are coming back to do physical exercises. So avenues we have to demand. I think we have to create a demand of this area. And once we are able to create demand, and definitely slowly and slowly girls are also becoming part of this program.
Thank you
Thank-
so much, madam. Maybe because Sujit knows, ma'am. We are totally impressed, overwhelmed by your talk, because we have a person in the NCRT who feels our pulse and knows us.
I am trying, madam, my level best. Sujit,
And you have been doing so
Yeah.
much.
Thank
So
you
I
so
need to
much.
thank you so much, ma'am, on behalf of all the participants from the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Khelo India, LNCP Trivandrum, our principal, and the entire PE fraternity.
Thank you.
I say hats off to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
to everyone.
And
Thanks.
thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Thank
much.
you, madam.
Thank you
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. So again at 11:30.
11:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So now I can leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Good
right.
night.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thanks.
Thank you.